Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So in the last couple of videos, I went and did some of the temple quests. And we did the Gildergreen, the Blessings of Nature quest right here in Whiterun, and we also recently did the Debella quest in down in Markarth. And today I'm going to go and do another one. And we are going to take care of, I think I started it at some point when I was in Riften. This is going to be the Book of Love, the temple quest for Riften. So, there's going to be a little bit of discontinuity between where I am here and where I was in the last video, because I recorded this once, I didn't like it, I'm going to do it again, but my last save of any type was from several quests ago, and I had to, like, go and make it progress. I probably should make a new hard save after every recording, so that if I do something like this, I don't have to retrace too many steps, but I didn't actually go and replay the Debella quest because I didn't feel like going that far. I'm probably going to jump into the future after this video and, like, continue where I left off there next time anyway. So the first thing we've got to do, after you pick it up from the temple in Riften, which I would have done on my initial visit, is we're going to have to go and speak to Fastred. And Fastred is apparently a teenage girl who lives in down here in Rorikstead. Alrighty then, so we are back in Ivarstead. Did I call this like Riften or Rorikstead or something? I feel like I called it the wrong name a minute ago when I said where we were going. Anyway, so if we come over to the farm, Fastred lives on the farm, and I see that either I never harvested this wheat that was here, or these chicken eggs apparently, or it's been like, I think every 30 in-game days, sources of alchemy ingredients on the world like this will like regenerate. Anyway, Fastred can be found over here, playing with the potato plants. Alright, what is exactly going on?
My parents are being impossible. Bassianus wants to marry me, and I think I love him. But he wants to move to Riften afterwards, and my father won't allow it. He only cares about this stupid town. But Bassianus makes me happier than anyone ever has. My mother's not any help either. I don't want to choose. They're both so amazing.
Wait a minute, did you skip a line there? So, she said she doesn't want to choose, they're both so amazing, and either that's a reference to, like, her parents, or there's a bit of a, I don't want to call it a love triangle, because it's not a triangle, it's more like a love, like, graph with 3 nodes on it, between Fastred pursuing Bassianus, the guy who she was talking about there, and Klimek, who is, I don't know exactly what she's interested in Klimek for, because Fastred is pretty clearly supposed to be like a, I don't know, a teenage girl, early 20s, something like that. Ages are weird in Skyrim because basically the only ages are kid, like middle-aged, adult, and old person. But like Klimek is, as far as I know, supposed to be older, like old enough to be her dad, which is, don't think about that too hard. Anyway, Yoftor.
Crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge.
Yeah, that's what teenagers do.
I'm sure I know what this is about. She thinks she's in love with Bassianus and wants to leave town. With him. Let me tell you how I see it. Until a few months ago, the girl was head over heels for Klimek. Wouldn't stop talking about him. Now, if I thought she was really in love with Bassianus, that would be one thing. But she's a child. It will pass. Look around here. There's not much left. Used to be a good-sized town, but folks have been moving to Riften for a while now. If all the young people leave, what happens to Ivarstead? You know how children are. Her fancies change with the moon. And like always, the boy lacks any kind of spine. Will need some convincing. A little push and this would all be simpler.
Alright, so that was that. While we were having that conversation, Fastred was just, like, staring at us awkwardly from a couple potato plants over. So now we're gonna have to go and talk to one of 2 people. Oh, no, we still have to talk to her mom? I guess we have to talk to her mom. Alright, so mom can be found inside the farmhouse. Let me see, where are you? Boti.
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here.
Alright, so I can either sell my wheat, I can ask for directions up the mountain, or I can continue the quest.
Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband, but I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Ivarstead, I want Fastred to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband. Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastred to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. Just want my daughter to be happy.
Alright, so this whole thing is a little bit silly. Yeah, we've got to talk to either Bassianus or Klimek. I guess, I don't know, I don't really feel like save scumming, picking one, reloading, and then doing the other. Klimek can be found down there. I don't know if it's ever been said specifically how old this guy is, but he did mention the first time we met him that, like, his knees are, I don't know, feeling like they're old or something like that. So I get the feeling that he's at least supposed to be like 40 or so. I'm gonna go talk to Bassianus because I assume that they're en route. I assume that Bassianus is at least closer to Fastred's own age, and I want to make this less weird than it otherwise could be. So Bassianus can be found in here. I think he is. No, you're
You don't look like a pilgrim. Why bother visiting Iverstead?
Okay, you have the voice that, like, a lot of, I think a lot of the elves, a lot of the, like, sleazier characters have your voice in it. It makes this whole thing just that much more uncomfortable. Anyway.
Oh, my love. How I long to take her away from all of this. Why did Bodhi send you to me?
I'm not sure. I hope things work out for you, so I can just exit out of this conversation, apparently. I'm not gonna do that.
She liked me. More than that brute Yothor, at least. Yothor. What about him? He'll come after us and it will be unpleasant. She would. If she's willing to deal with him, then everything would be all right. I'll go speak to Fastred, post-haste.
Alright, Klimek, the fact that you are just, like, standing there over Bassianus' shoulder also didn't really make this any better. Alright. Let's
What do
see.
you want?
Let's go back outside, and he's gonna run over to, I assume, Fastred's house, which is gonna be... Oh, do I not have the quest marker? Do I just have to actually follow him? You gonna get going? There you go. Alright. Let's see. It's like twilight is... Alright, it's 6 p.m. I don't know if Fastred is still gonna be out or if she's gonna be in the house. He's running this way. Yeah, she's still playing with the potatoes. Alright. And you
Fastred, we
basically
must
ran her over.
Bassianus, sweetie, what is it?
We must leave. Your father will never approve of us, and I grow weary of this place.
Where will we go?
To Riften, my pet. How you'll adore the city.
Oh, and to be with you.
I'll make the preparations immediately.
So they're going to... Where are you going to go? Are you going to do the thing where the two NPCs, like, actually run there? Or are you going to hang around here for a while? Like, I don't know if Bassianus is going to, like, do a sequence where he, like, picks up items out of a chest or something. I don't really feel like hanging around. What happens if I talk to Fastred again after this?
It's a fine day with you around. Oh, you're a traveler. You must have so much to tell about the world outside this boring town.
Alright, so you seem to be cheerful anyway. So I'm going to leave those two to their own devices and return to the temple, and we can pick up our next assignment. So actually, I think the Mistvale Keep is slightly closer to the temple, rather than like having to run through the whole town. All right. So we can go and speak with the priestess again, and there's going to be a couple of different errands that we have to run here. And let's see, what do you want me to do next?
Lady Mara bids you welcome.
Just gonna say hello to that little thing.
What is it you seek, my child? How wonderful. Like the sea, their love roils and swells, but brings life and nourishment to all. I see you are eager to carry the light. As you venture, Mara fills my mind ever more with visions of love in peril. Embers lie nestled in stone, needing only fuel to bloom a flame that will warm all around them. Go to Markarth. There you'll find Calsomo, wise, acid, and reclusive. Help him to emerge and state his intentions. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants.
Calsomo. I've always called him Calkelmo. I don't know if I've ever actually heard anyone say his name out loud. Like, obviously, I've done this quest before, but I usually do play with the sound on fairly low while I'm I don't know, listening to some other music or what have you. But he can be found all the way on the other side of the map over here in Understone Keep in Markarth. He is the court wizard. We have met him earlier when we were here. So I'm just going to go and do a little bit of fast travel, and it went from like the middle of the night to also the middle of the night. So I don't know if it's exactly like a 24-hour round trip circuit from Riften to Markarth in like fast travel time, because time does pass when you fast travel, or something else. Anyway, Kalkemel can be found down here.
I have things to study. What is it?
Alright, things to study about that.
I was beginning to lose faith that any help would come. You see, I've been thinking about Feline quite a bit. You know Feline?
I can say yes I do, or sorry I do not. Alright, should I lie? I don't like lying in video games.
Well, suffice to say she is resplendent, but not without resolve. Striking in all senses. The trouble is that I can't seem to speak around her. My mouth goes dry, and I start to shake. I could never hope to approach her.
You are probably overthinking this.
That may be the case, but she is as volatile as a saber cat. One wrong word, and I've seen her turn on a man so quickly. There is one, Ingvar. He's quite popular with the ladies. Thankfully, Feline is not quite his type, but they've been friends for some time, and he may have some ideas. Please, ask him what she likes. It's my only chance.
So we've got to go talk to someone else. You know what? While I'm here, hang on. I want to see what you've got to sell. Alright, probably should have off-screened that, but I just, you know, I don't know why I bothered to do that, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I will be reloading a different save for the next one anyway. I don't know. It's just a habit whenever I'm playing this game. So I accidentally left, apparently. I did not mean to leave. Ingvar can be found, I think, up by the Jarl. Let's see. The administration in Markarth has changed. Apparently we've got to go up to the side. Oh, it's the middle of the night. They'll probably all be sleeping, won't they? The administration in Markarth has changed as a result of the like diplomacy quest from the main story when we had Markarth.
You'd better clear out.
Excuse me? Alright, fine, I'll just wait for morning. That was aggressive. Usually you're allowed to walk inside around the like the Jarl's quarters in the keep. They'll just like be asleep when you talk to them, and then anyway. Let's wait until 8 a.m. Alright, it's 8 a.m. Are you still like, am I allowed to walk in? Am I still going to be accused of trespassing? Really? Alright, is the game going to cooperate? Alright, so it's now later. It's now 10 a.m. and I guess everybody's ready to go about their day. Ingvar, the singer.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Did I? I legitimately don't know what I've done to get on your good side. Unless that's a response to the diplomacy quest where I put you in power. It might be. I have no idea.
What? Why? Are you interested?
I can pretend to be.
Calcimo, is he interested in Feline? That sly old codger. I should have guessed. Good for him. For the both of them. Between you and me, she could use a bit of warmth. As for what she might like, I didn't tell you this. Feline likes to act tough, but she really has a soft spot for, of all things, poetry. You know, I took some classes at the Bard's College as a youth. Poems come in handy when wooing. There's a poem I once used on an older lady of Rorikstead. I can change it to be about Feline, if you've got some gold. Are you prepared to receive my golden words?
Alright, you had to specify that you used it on an older lady, didn't you? Because that definitely doesn't make this more weird. Alright, we'll buy it.
Wonderful. I'll write it out so you won't forget it. You should probably just take this directly to Feline. Wouldn't want the old ice brain stumbling over the words.
Alrighty then. So, I was just speaking about how the administration in this town has changed. So, Feline would have been, I think, one of the Jarl's stewards or one of the other people who would be hanging around up here previously, but that has changed. And when towns change hands as a result of civil war related things, they will generally go and hang out either in Solitude, where the Imperial Center is, or in Windhelm, where the Stormcloak Center is. So if I were to go, the map is turned, like, rotated all the way to the left here. It's usually, I try to center it a little bit more like this. If we go all the way up to the Blue Palace in Solitude, we can deliver this, and this is going to be another fairly long fast travel journey. Oh good, I did select the Blue Palace. I wasn't really paying attention to which one I clicked on. Anyway, inside the Blue Palace, we can go, and I think the people who, alright, can't take that. I think there's a couple of quests that you can do in Solitude which will allow you to take things like this without getting in trouble. Anyway, if you go down this hallway into the cellar, we've got some people. So there's Feline over here, and we've also got Rayrick and Jarl Igmund, or the former Jarl Igmund anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, I've got a delivery for you, Feline.
One finger on Igmund, and I'll end you, Stormcloak.
Okay, so you're still not happy about how that little part of the game went either. Anyway.
Calcelmo? What about him? What? You're out of your mind. That old coot's more interested in dead dwarves than anybody around here. Don't talk such rot. Please, stop wasting my time. You're embarrassing yourself.
Did you just end the conversation right there? Hang on. Okay, so we will pick up with this.
Pardon me? I'm not sure what this is all about. This is lovely. Calcelmo wrote this? About me? I never knew he had such feeling in him. Clearly, I've never even thought of him in that manner. I wish that I was as skilled with words as he. Here, take in this letter. I may not be as eloquent as he is, but I hope he understands.
Alright, by the way, the poem and the letter, they will be in your inventory. Here. You can read them. I will not be reading them because I definitely think that things here are awkward enough without me reading other people's mail. Alright. Let's see. Oh, I thought I came out in a different part. Never mind. Alright. I know my way around here, I swear. Let's see. So now that we've done that, we can fast travel all the way back to where we were. This quest does involve rather a lot of fast travel. And back to Understone Keep we go. And what time of day are we going to come out now? It is actually the middle of the day. It is 10:44 a.m.
Don't bother with tasks.
Alright, so we can go back in here, and we can go back to the Wizard's Lab, and we can see what Calcelmo, or Calcelmo... The game has been calling him Calcelmo, right? Because now I can't keep them straight. The hard C sounds cooler. I like that version better. I think I'm gonna go with that. Anyway, I've got your letter.
This is more than I could have hoped for. Have you really done this for me? I have to see her. Please excuse me.
Alright, so with that...
What? Oh, goodbye.
So with that, he's gonna go run off, and if the Phaline and the old administration and the Imperial faction do still reside in Markarth, they will be found up there, and he'll just run up those stairs. But since things have changed, and Phaline and the old administration is now in in Solitude,
Lightly armored means light on your feet.
he's gonna run now, and he is gonna do the thing where you can follow him all the way from Markarth to Solitude. And I think, in fact, if I wait, okay, so I wasn't sure if the game was going to simulate, like, 1 hour of his travel and put him, like, out, like, here or something like that. Or if it was just gonna, let's get rid of that, or if it was just gonna teleport him instantly when I did the wait command. But anyway, we can follow him, and the, there's gonna be a little scene over here in the Blue Palace basement, which we can bear witness to, and it definitely won't be any more awkward.
You don't need to say anything.
Did that?
I had no
Did that?
idea you were so
Wasn't there?
nuanced.
Wasn't there moss there? The last time I was here, like 2 minutes ago? I swear I'm losing my mind. Oh, I missed the scene. Hang on, let me reload and at least try to get the end of that. Hang on.
I love you. Just looking at you makes me...
Come here, you.
Alright, so I still missed half of that conversation, and maybe that's for the better, because I'm sure that the beginning of that conversation was every bit as awkward as the rest of this quest has been. But yeah, it really starts up. That sequence doesn't wait until you like approach before it kicks off, which a lot of NPC interactions in this game do. It will actually get started as soon as you walk in the door. Anyway, we're done here. This entire quest is so. I'm not a fan of the word cringe. I think it's kind of a dumb word in general. I think it's a bit of a let's see, I want to go to the world map. I think it's a bit of an unpleasant sounding word, and I think it's been used to the point where it doesn't really mean anything in general. But this quest certainly fits that bill. Anyway, we can go back to Riften over here, and we can report into the priestess and see what she has to say. All right, into the Temple of Mara we go.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
Pleased to meet you. I'm a priestess at the Temple of Mara.
I'm aware of that.
The goddess smiles at your efforts, child. The dawn shines bright upon you. You have seen the young, fickle love of youth and helped a more seasoned love find its way. There is one final aspect we wish for you to explore. For a strong love can withstand storms and even survive death. Take this symbol of Mara. She will guide you to the wandering souls of two whose love was so great that their entwinement binds them to this world. May you carry the warmth.
So we've got one more thing that we need to do, and I'm not going to put on the Amulet of Mara yet. I think I've actually already got one in my inventory. And I don't remember where I would have picked it up, but I remember seeing it earlier when I was going through the trade with Calcelmo. And okay, we actually don't have a quest marker. I think where I need to go is somewhere out like in the middle of this field. But I was gonna fast travel to Rorikstead, but I haven't been to Rorikstead yet, and I think maybe the next nearest place might be over here, Morthal. So maybe we'll fast travel there instead. Let me actually put on the amulet and see if the quest marker appears. I should be able to actually, like, figure this out without having the quest marker, because I have seen this quest enough times. Alright, so there's 2 points. I can either go to Morthal and run over here, or I can go to Western Watchtower and run over here. The terrain might actually be easier if I go to the Western Watchtower. I'm gonna fast travel there, and make it to my destination. We haven't really been to any location which is anywhere close to where we have to go, so I think I'm gonna be on the road for a bit. All right. So if I run over this way, what is that crumbling old ruin up there? Is that another? Oh, hi. There's a guy on the road. Are you friendly? You are a thief. You are waving daggers at me, and at the same time, I heard a dragon appear. So I think I'm gonna go deal with the dragon first. It seems to be where everyone else's attention has been focused. Let's see. Stone Flesh for physical defense and Conjure Atronak for a bit of extra offense. We can go and conjure some of those. Let's see. I'm gonna go switch back to you, Firebolt over here. And if you hold still, not even necessarily land, I'll be able to actually like take aim at you properly. All right. I almost missed there. And I did miss there because you decided to take off, so Ooh, nice shot, Atronak. You really led that one. I don't know. The game seems pretty good when it wants to, at least. Sometimes NPC bandits and stuff do seem to miss more often than you would expect them to. The game does seem fairly good at leading shots like that. I don't know if it's just the Atronaks and whatever take into account like the dragon's AI, because the game obviously knows what the game is going to do a couple frames out, and I don't know if the Atronaks take that into account, or if they're just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think, if I was making a game that did something like that, that's probably what I would do if I wanted to make make an Atronac like hit its target that was swooping around and rotary motions like that. But you're alright, you're kind of doing the thing where you're straying away far from the battlefield, and that's making it a little bit difficult to fight you. Sir, if you run away, I can't steal your soul. Alright. Are you fighting something else? It looks like, are you fighting like a giant? Oh no, it's a wolf. Alright. Let's go and, I don't know how well the wolf is gonna fare against the dragon, but once in a while you will see them like trading blows with like, I don't know, a mud crab or something like that. I'd like to stay back. I'm still pretty good on health, but I'd like to not take a like any more hits than I really necessarily need to. Did you kill that thief already, by the way, or is that who you're fighting now? Because the thief was down there, and then you just like screwed off. I got a level in destruction there, and almost a level in general. One more, and I'll probably actually get it. You know what? If I like reconjure, oh, you're going over there again. Out of the way. If I like reconjure Flame Atronac, will I get a level in conjuration? No? Alright, it was worth a try. Yeah, and you, this game doesn't exactly have destructible terrain, but it's got a passable representation of, like, a carved-out trench where you crash-landed right there. Let's see, you're almost dead, actually. One more should do it. There we go. Alright, so, taking down a blood dragon on the same site that we fought Myrmidon earlier. I'm just gonna take those dragon scales and bones, and we can steal your soul. All right, let's get this over with. This is not the first time we've been through this in this very spot. Thank you for the soul. Who are you? Are you one of the traders? Adaba. I think you are one of the traders, actually. What are you doing here? Were they like on the road? Oh, there's another one over here. They might have been on the road between cities. Because as I think I mentioned in an earlier video, sometimes you can see the Khajiit traders like traveling between cities. Oh, is the thief still here? Did you just survive that? All right, sir. I fought a dragon and won. I don't think you really are gonna stand a chance here. Goodbye. All right. Anyway, let's be on our way. What is this fortress over here? It looks like it's got some barricades. Is this going to be like an encampment? There's a couple forts in the game that are targets of a Civil War quest where like you have to capture a fort, which mostly means fighting everybody inside. But I don't know like what the locations of all of them are off the top of my head. Fort Greymoor. Okay. Well, I've got that marked on my map now anyway, and we can keep going. So this is the Whiterun is definitely here, like a wide open plain, and it's not really difficult terrain. We don't have to like travel over a mountain or anything like that, like you sometimes do. You can go away. You can also go away. Would like to get through this quickly. There is another dragon over there. If I can not fight you, that would be great. If I have to fight a second dragon in like 5 minutes, I'm probably just going to cut it out for the sake of time. Let's see if I can avoid setting off your detection, or if you're just going to fly over the mountains in that direction, which I definitely wouldn't be opposed to. Let's see. There's some ponds here. Oh, look, a frostbite spider. Yeah, the frostbite spiders aren't quite. They don't seem to have quite as good aim. They don't seem to have quite as good aim as like the Atronacs do. Speaking of which, for a bit of assistance, let's see, I see a couple aggressive red dots there. Are those going to be like? I only see the one frostbite spider. Are there also going to be like mud crabs or something hanging out in the ponds? Because sometimes you will find mud crabs in the ponds. Wolves, more skeevers perhaps, slaughterfish. You'll find on occasion. Anyway, any Nirnroot here? Nirnroot often can be found. There are wolves over there. Nirnroot often can be found by bodies of water. A decent potion ingredient that you can be on the lookout for whenever you see terrain that looks like this. Anyway, that's enough of that. I've got a little bit of stamina recovering from taking the time out to fight those. And that is a mammoth. Okay. You are not hostile unless I either get real or close or attack you first, which I'm going to try not to do. Guess you are taking a little trip down to that watering hole. But I'd like to not get tangled up there. And, how close are we actually approaching? I see what I think is the landmark. Alright, so we're most of the way there. I see what I think is the landmark for the location where this this person we've gotta talk to is. And coming over the hill, I definitely see the landmark. If I run over... Man, as soon as my magic gets to, I don't know, say 400 or so, I'm gonna start leveling other things, and probably, there's another dragon? Why is the game spawning so many dragons? As soon as I finish that, I'm probably gonna alternate between upgrading my health and stamina, and it definitely would be nice, even though I'm not using melee weapons and power attacking or anything like that, it definitely would be nice to, be able to, run for a little bit longer. Although at the same time, as I fill in more of the map, running for long periods of time is something I'll generally be doing less of. This is, we're talking to a ghost. And, in fact, if you were to take off the Amulet of Mara... Oh no, you're still gonna be here? I thought the ghost actually disappeared if you weren't wearing it. So, we'll put that back on. Wait, are you messing with me? Did you disappear? Hang on. Let me actually give it like 10 seconds. Yeah, the ghost disappears. Alright, I was right the first time. So if you just come by here without having that particular piece of apparel on your person, you won't really see this. You won't be able to continue the quest.
I'm searching for my Fenric. He was marching with Yukor's men, who they say were wiped out here. I've turned over every body, though, and I can't find him. Please help me look. He has a bright red beard and hair. Are you a fool? Look at the bodies around you. Even if you're blind, surely you can smell the blood. Come, help me search for Fenric. He must be here somewhere.
So there's a bit of a haunting going around this monument. You are looking for, I expect one of the soldiers who were there. Let me see. I can run around, or it would probably actually be a lot faster if I just fast travel back to Fort Greymore and did it that way. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right. If I go, I think around this side of the fort, around this side of the mountain, it probably looked a little bit shorter. Let's see, this one shouldn't be quite as far as the other one was. You know what? And this would definitely be like, oh, I can't. What enemies? I don't see any enemies. There's no red dots on the compass. Unless they mean the people in the fort are, like, not friendly to me. What I wanted to say is, if I hit the wait command, would that automatically refill my stamina? It would. Okay, so that's kind of... If you don't mind just wasting a lot of time like this, that is a valid exploit for being able to run more or less indefinitely. Interesting. Surprisingly, I never actually thought to try this before. In all the time that I've spent playing Skyrim. That was something that just occurred to me, like, right then. I probably won't actually do that because I don't want to, like, exploit the game. I want to play with it and not try to min-max it in any way. Oh, no! I had assumed that that was, like, a wolf or something like that. I did not see the saber cat. Okay, so the game saved... Oh, now I've got a bunch of aggressive red dots on my compass. The game saved when I hit the wait command, so maybe it's a really good thing I did that experiment, otherwise I would have had to probably respawn outside of Riften and go through that whole run over again. Yeah, you would have been blown away if I had gotten the shout key down in time. Alright, take 3. Where exactly were you lurking? And... my stamina is apparently not replenished now. Alright, I see you there. So I'm gonna actually, like, do something There we go. All right. Again, it seems like there's a bit of a delay when you hit the shout, which is weird. Anyway, I see I'm doing enough damage now that I can just kill you. There is a particular perk, a particular destruction perk, which oh no, not you. Maybe I'm just gonna let Lydia deal with this one. The game is out to get me today. Anyway, how about you, with the heavy armor, go out and deal with it, or can I hit it from here? Or I can lure it in from here anyway. All right, yeah, go and aggro Lydia, and not me. And I'm just gonna go and got an arrow sticking out of your forehead. Oh, you're not dead yet? This game just has moments. I just wanted to admire the arrow sticking out of your forehead, just right smack in the middle there. Anyway, let's go around the mammoths this time, and I think we've died enough times in this video for one day. I'd like to not do it any more times. Yeah, there are a giant there, and the giant is hurting mammoths. And if you get like, they won't attack you on sight, but if you get within a certain radius of them, they will. And that could be a bit of a problem, because where I need to go is, like, right next to where that... Oh, you are kidding me! Alright. Well, on the bright side, the giant might take out the dragon, or the dragon might help take out the giants, or something like that, and we will have to deal with less of it ourselves. Yeah, you're just gonna bonk it in the nose. You're gonna go and bonk the giant with a blowtorch, and you'll at least do a little bit of damage to each other, and I won't have to fight you directly. Do I want to cut this out, or do I want to actually leave it in, because it'll be really funny to watch a dragon fighting a giant. Alright, now you're just gonna run over there. What is over there? Is that another mammoth? I think that might be another mammoth. I think that might have been one of the ones that wandered over earlier. Yeah, you're, just gonna go and take a couple of hits, let the fire damage do its thing, and I missed. And we've got you, I don't have time for. I'm not gonna deal with you. Let's see. Alright, you're gonna land. Unfortunately, for as much damage as the mammoths do to you, because I am playing in a higher difficulty, they will do, I think, less damage to other things. Oh, come on. As soon as I cast it, you flew off. And that means that, well, that can be both a good thing or a bad thing depending on the situation. So, for example, Lydia will take less damage from hostile NPCs or dragons or that kind of thing, which is good. Because sometimes if you are playing on a lower difficulty, she will just take more damage in general. Hey. But it also means that if Lydia, for example, attacks a dragon, or if a giant attacks a hostile like a dragon, they will do less damage, and you'll be on the hook for doing more of it. And you'll also do less damage because you're playing on a higher difficulty. Anyway, that took care of that dragon. And can I, like, you're scratching your back with your club? Of course. Yes, I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it? I'm gonna go and stand over here and take all your bones and scales and stuff, and I'm gonna go and give you a wide area of avoidance. And I think now we can go and around the mammoth. Mammoth, why are you hanging out here? There's nothing for you here. I guess that's a watering hole. Maybe you're thirsty. Let's go and talk to this guy and hope that the mammoth walks far enough away that it doesn't notice me in the middle of a cutscene. Please tell me you don't... Oh, come on. They're coming back. Do I have to? Alright, let's get this over with.
Rookie? Where is she? We're expected to fight there tomorrow. Joker elected to camp here for the night. I don't like it, though. Our fires are visible for miles. We're in a low valley. Sitting ducks. If she's come this far from home, it must be important. Lead on. I just need to report back to camp by sunrise.
Alright, I have bad news for you about your little encampment with fires that are visible for miles. Anyway, So, once we've spoken to him, we can fast travel back to the other one, and we can watch the little conclusion of the scene. Alright. Around this way.
Fenric, you're alive.
Of course I am. What brings you here?
I had heard that Yukar's men were wiped out. I came to find you.
But that battle isn't expected until tomorrow. Rookie, what's going on?
I'm so confused. What's happening?
It doesn't matter. I'm here. We're together now. And we will be forever.
The way you delivered that last line, it's so creepy. Oh my god, the voice acting in this game, I can't. Alright. So, I think that is as good a way as any to round off this quest. And with that, we are going to return to the Temple Priestess, and we can report on a...
Another fight.
Oh, wait, what? So one of the random encounters that can happen in Riften, I don't actually see where it is.
Why take a chance?
Alright, I am really confused, because it sounded like there was like a brawl in the middle of the square, or the middle of the circle anyway.
Someone useful is around.
Oh, hi, fancy meeting you here. There was like, it sounded like there was a brawl in the middle of the circle here, but I don't see anyone. Anyway. We're going to pretend that didn't happen, and we can go into the temple, and... Oh, that's not Mistfell Keep. I thought it looked bigger. We can go over this way to the temple, and we can finish off this quest, and we can see what the High Priestess has to say. This went a lot better, by the way, than my original recording of this that I said I was going to scrap and redo. Let's see, here we go.
Your efforts have helped illuminate the entire province. I trust by now you've achieved a higher comprehension of love. Carry the blessings of Mara with you so the rest of the province may shine with her glories.
Alright, so we have now completed this quest. We got a reward in the form of a new active effect, Agent of Debella. So I do more damage in combat against guys, apparently. There are a couple of... Agent of Mara. Alright, so some bonus magic resist, which is definitely not going to say no to that. That'll come in useful for some things. You can put on as heavy armor as you want for, like, physical damage resist. I'm not really, like, focusing on that right now, as you can see. But you can't really do that for magic. You have to put an enchantment on your armor that will reduce the amount of magic damage you take, or you have to find bonuses like that. Anyway. That's quite enough of this, I think. This went a lot better than the failed take. The failed take took, like, I want to say an hour and a half of real time because a couple of things happened. I took a less efficient route around here. I think I ran over from, like, Karthwasten or something like that to Yukar's Monument. And, like, there were multiple additional dragons that spawned on that run that I had to stop and deal with and get killed by and that sort of thing. And I'm glad that we got a cleaner recording because that's going to make editing this a lot easier. So my name is Dragonite. This has been the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Next time, I don't really know what we're going to do next time. I might take care of some miscellaneous objectives. I might go and do another minor line of side quests like the Bard's College or something. I haven't really decided yet. Until then, you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.